Hi, welcome back. If you are still having your lunch, that's fine. Just keep having your lunch. So I ran out a lot of time in this morning, and I really don't think I can follow my original plan for it. And also during the lunch, and I can see some needs from you that maybe I shift a little bit of gear. First, I will talk a little bit, I repeat a little bit something that I mentioned yesterday, but I think that is still very important to you. So I would suggest still, this is the website. Please come to my website, and then you can find out the workshops, right? The yesterday workshop was practical AI for East Asian Library. So use the same password, U of T 2025. But for this afternoon, I would like you also access this document that I am having, which is you can access through this short URL. If this morning you already come to this spreadsheet, you can find the URL from here. So please let me know you can access this file right here. Okay? It's okay, right? Then first, I will introduce something that already we talked about yesterday. Some of you also mentioned that you already pay with this. It's called Notebook LM. You can go to access this site, and then you will come to a page like this. Okay? So for those who did not attend yesterday's meeting, who used this before? Only one. Okay, so I think I need to repeat a little bit about this. So Notebook LM is a tool that decided by Google. So far, its free tier is very good. So let me show you what you can do. Here is, you should not have all this notebook because those are my notebooks. And then you can create a new notebook. Okay? You can create a new notebook now, right? And now you can see what you can do is you can upload a lot of files in it. Those files including PDF, text, markdown, audio file. Audio file, you can upload audio file to it. And then you can have the website, YouTube, Google Docs, Google Slide, and copy the text. So what I am going to do right here is I am going to search. You can do the same thing with your own interest, especially your research. For example, I go to this Wikipedia page. I can copy the link. Then I can go to my Notebook LM, this one. And then I can just go to the website and click the website and paste the link in it. You don't need to enter the same person. What I did search is Wang Shouren, and is the one of the most prominent philosopher during the Ming Dynasty. And then I would like to have another one who is Juicy, and they kind of like beating each other in the Chinese philosophical. And then I will add this one too. So you can see when you add it, it keeps rolling, right? So for free tier, you can add 30 sources. That can be 30 PDF files. Each PDF file with, if I remember correctly, the maximum size are 200 megabytes and also 500,000 characters. That's a lot. That's a lot of data. So yesterday, I already create one notebook, use some source from the University of Toronto East Asian Library. So I include all the research guide. Then from this part, I can ask it to I can ask question like, can you give me resources about Taiwan and Canada? That should be the relationship. Okay, it will give me. So you can see these are the data that including the Taiwan Resources Center for Chinese Studies, which I just discovered is at the end of this this room. This is a very big room actually, and then and all the all the resources and all these resources, they are coming from the source I give to it. Okay, so and then the following part is just for eye catching.
Welcome to our deep dive, everybody.
Yeah.
Today we're going to be looking at the history of anti-Asian racism in Canada.
And we're really lucky to have all these amazing resources from the University of Toronto's East Asian Library to help us unpack all this.
Yeah, it's not just like books and articles, right? We've got.
So it produces a podcast based on your resources. And then even like.
Welcome to our deep dive, everybody. Today we're going to be looking at.
Oh, wait, someone wants to join. Hey, go for it.
Yes, hi. I would like to know about the immigration history of Hong Kong people into Canada.
Absolutely. That's exactly what we're diving into today.
Yeah, and it's so important to understand our immigration history.
Okay, let's unpack this. It's not just a series of events.
It's really about how we understand issues of race and identity.
Exactly. And how those concepts play out in Canada, even today.
It's about belonging and who gets to feel like they belong here.
Yeah, so we're not just listing dates and names, you know.
Right, we're digging into the stories and experiences that shape our country.
Did you know the very first Japanese person in Canada arrived way back in 1877?
Wow, that's.
Okay, yeah, so I will stop here so far. And then, so, I think this is more useful to researcher and to graduate student. But your faculty, your professor, your advisor may hate it. Because if I was a graduate student, usually I think it's still the same, right? For all the graduate seminar, you need to read at least one book per week. When you're taking 3 graduate seminars, you are taking 3 books per week. And that's not the most difficult part. I remember my comprehensive examination. One of my field, when I visit the professor, he asked me, okay, you make your own list for execution. So go home, build a list of 200 books. Then that will be the 200 books you will prepare for your comprehensive examination. And so that means a lot of information you need to digest. I am not saying you should not read those books and just fold them in and then generate all those things and then prepare for your exam. No, that's not the case. But what I am trying to propose, or you can think about is, because when we do research in the past, or maybe should not say in the past, in always when a humanities researcher do research, we're really focusing on the research topic we focus, right? For example, I study temple for Confucius or literature temple during the Ming or Cheng dynasty. So all the things I'm interested in are related to that. But at the same time, how about the religious in Europe during the same time? What happened to Christianity? What happened to Catholics? What were the Jesuits were doing? Actually, you know that Jesuit came to China during the late Ming, and then it brought a lot of things to the religious landscape in China. So we may not have energy to process those information, but this could help you, for example, when you have a lot of data, when you have a lot of scholarship, you can process it and ask it to, for example, let me see my Juicy and Wang Yangming one, okay. And then Wang Yangming is not getting in. Juicy is getting in for some. Yeah, that's not a good sign. But anyway, so you can ask it, for example, to build timeline, and it can generate a timeline. And then you can also ask it to build study guide. So it can help you to build a study guide, give you Q&A questions, which may help you to better master a large amount of data within a short period of time, okay? But again, I'm not saying that this can replace your own reading of the books, because you know that that could skip a lot of information, and the reading is very important. So this is the Lookbook LM, which can help you a lot. And then the second thing I would like to also access is this part. Okay, if you don't know the link of this file, is this one, the d.pr1. And then this is the AI Studio. Okay, the AI Studio, why is important? Okay, forget about Juicy and forget about Wang Yangming at the moment. And then I go to the AI Studio. Can you access this page now? Everyone can access this page. If you cannot find the link, is in this file, the last one, this one. This is the link. This is the link. Okay. Is that okay so far? Okay. So I just want to demonstrate one thing. Here. Where is it? Okay. No, this one. There are a lot of things you can try to create prompt. Actually, is you can use the Gemini models to test with all your own prompt. And then I would like to try with this for those already saw it. And can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen. It looks like you are on the Google AI Studio page.
How about now? How about now?
Yes, I can still see your screen. There are some videos playing now.
And how about now? Can you see the Google Sheet?
Yes, I can see the Google Sheet now. It is titled Harry Potter Data Modeling.
Okay, now I have questions. You can see I am typing some name.
Yes, I can see you typing in the Google Sheet.
Yes.
It looks like... Okay, I see
so
the name.
Yeah, for this is a full name, right? And I would like to have it split into the next two cells. One is for the last name, one is for the first name. What I should do?
I understand. You have a full name in cell A1, and you want to split it into last name and first name in cells B1 and C1 respectively. What is your question about this process?
How I should process with what you said?
It sounds like you are asking how to split the full name into first and last name. To do that, you could use the Split Text to Columns feature under the Data menu, using a space as a separator. Does that help?
Sorry, can you repeat again? I'm now on the Data tab.
Sure. To split the full name into first and last names, go to the Data menu and select Split Text to Columns. Then use a space as the separator. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
That's it for this round. Thank you. So, you have a tutor all time to help you with. But yesterday, we tried with another software. It was not changed for that software. So it cannot recognize for those software. But I am quite I would say that I'm quite confident all the Google product is trained. So if you don't know how to use, especially spreadsheet, why I want to try with you with spreadsheet is, with spreadsheet, actually we can do a lot of things, which this afternoon we will focus on spreadsheet because I don't think I have enough time for my experience that I can cover both NocoDB and also the NAN software. So I will use a tool that I create, but we can still do the same thing for this. But the Google AI Studio is one point that if you have problem in controlling something, and then or if you have problem in using something, that you can go to ask about it. Okay, this is something that I did not mention yesterday. It's not okay. It seems it's not available in Canada so far. I'm sorry about that. So this is called Learnabout, Google Learnabout. For the video editing, can you like skip the next couple minutes when you edit the video? So you know what I'm doing. Okay, let's see. Okay, you still can't detect it? Should not. Okay, so why this is why I want to introduce this is it helps you to create your own course for learning a specific topic. For example, if you after this you are interested, I may be interested in learning Python, and then you can go to Learnabout and say, I want to learn Python. Can you create a course for me? And then it will get YouTube video that which it thinks that fit your goal, and also like a website, and then divide them into different steps and give you a well-designed curriculum for you to learn some specific topic. So this is a software you can, a service you can pay attention to. Maybe it comes to Canada very soon. Sorry, I did not notice that it is not. It has not come to Canada. Back to we left before the lunch. At this moment, do you have a very general sense what is data modeling so far, right? So put it in a very simple way is you have a table, and it's one table. You want to put your data into that table, and you need to think about all the attributes and all the entities for it. And then before lunch, I mentioned one thing is, okay, now you can see there's a character ID here, right? And it has multiple table. The reasons for multiple table is called relational database. Have anyone has any experience with relational database? The most common one is Microsoft Access, right? So, and then you may have heard about the MySQL. And relational database has been dominating the database field for last 3 decades. Although recently there is something called NoSQL. It means there are new way to handling data, but relational database is still the one that are very popular. So in this, you can see there are multiple tables. First is the character tables. So that is the entity of each person. And then it has the ability table. Why it should separate 2 tables? Why we don't have the abilities in this one? We can just have one more column called abilities. Then we can have the abilities here. Yes, okay, so you already used the term of relational database, one-to-one and one-to-many. My way of explaining this is, think about that, everyone in this room, we have the ability to write. But not all of us have the ability to code, right? So when we need to enter each of us with our ability into a table, then if we only have one column and one column with multiple ability in it, then the first one will be write, and then comma, coding, right? You need to type it. When you need to type it, it always causes spelling problem. Once it has spelling problem, it causes inconsistency into data. So that's the first problem. Second is, one person can have multiple ability. So if I want to see who has, from an ability point of view, who has the ability of that, then the checking could be difficult. So the way it does is, it has ability table with ability with ID, and also the character ID who has this ability, and then also the ability type, and also the ability description, right? Then we don't need to repeat it many times in this table with the same ability. For example, coding, this is one ability. Then we only need to have a table that connect these 2 together with the ability and the people. And then relationship is the same. We have different relationships with different people, right? So it's the character ID, and then the relationship ID. For example, we are friends, spouse, or parents. Then you can have the relationship ID, and then the character first and character 2, and then you have the type like siblings, wife or mentor, and then the description of this. So this is basically the way of thinking about data modeling in a relational database sense. I fully understand it's very difficult to manage relational database within 1 hour or less than 1 hour, because relational database, if you check the CS courses here, I think it's kind of like a 1 year, at least 1 semester course for relational database. So what I want you to get it is, there's certain things. First, for each identity, you need to have one thing, that is the ID. Every entity, they should have their unique ID. That is what we call the primary key. So why we have, for example, if I need to build a table for all the participants of this workshop, why I don't use the name as the ID? Why I need an extra ID for it? People can have the same name, right? This happened a lot. You know how many people have the same name of Wang Chen during the Ming Dynasty? For the whole year? 29 of them. And you don't even know that, like, who is who when you have the same first name and last name, right? That happens. So each of us, we have a ID in it. So my question is, do you have ID number in Canada? You have ID, right? You know that in state, most of the people don't have driver's license. If you don't have driver's license, you don't have state ID, you don't have ID. But there's one number in the state that always is a unique number to Social Security number, right? So Social Security number is the unique number for it. So that should be unique for that one record of it, okay? So if you have data, think about the entity. What is it a document? Is it a paragraph? Or even is it a sentence? And then give an ID. That ID can be just a number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Should be unique. And that ID can be a string. But you need to think about the string, how you form the string. And that should be meaningful to you, okay? So that is the ID part. And then the attribute part. In the past, when we talk about relational database, we need to confirm our schema to something we call it the third form of relational database. But now we are not talking, I will not go into that. I would say that every attribute, you need to think about how that related to your research, okay? So, for example, as I mentioned, one attribute in this table that may relate to your research, but may not be relevant to other people's research question. So when you have your own data, you need to think about, okay, how can I deal with all this relevant, the relationship between me and also the research question and the data. Okay, so far, any questions? Okay, no questions. And then now, let's go back here. Originally, I would love to build a bookmark collector with you, and then try to collect some data from online. But I think we only have 1 hour and 30 minutes, so I will directly jump into the convert unstructured data into structured data part. So this part. For those who don't read Chinese, don't worry, okay? You have a very good friend here who can help you. Who is he or who is she? Yes, the chatbot, right? Okay, so this is unstructured data, okay? Please now first copy this unstructured data, go to the chatbot and ask it to translate into the English, into English, or maybe the language you are most comfortable with, okay? So now I will go into my chatbot, and then I will say, can you translate the following text into English? Oh, I know. Why is so slow? Can you? Okay, for those who already translated into your language, can you read a little bit about it? What information do you get? In the first day of Chenghua, on the first day of June, and Ding Chou, the king of De, conduct the wedding ceremony in person. Okay, this is the first sentence. In Chinese is 成化元年6月丁丑朔，德王行亲迎礼. Okay, so is the original text is from this site. This is C text is created by the legendary Donald Sturgeon. He created this website. This is so far the largest website of all classical Chinese texts. So he built this by one person only, himself. And then, so this text is called the veritable record for Ming Dynasty. So you can consider it as a kind of like a journal from the Ming court, getting the information like what happened on a specific date of a specific year. So you can see this is the 成化元年6月. Let's ask ChatGPT, but it may not get it correct. Can you convert into a Western date? So what is said is 成化元年, the first year of Chenghua was 1465, and then the 6-month lunar calendar can be varied, but generally January to August, and Ding Chou is the Chinese characters of each year. So the only thing I want to check is to see is it 1465 is the first year of Chenghua. So still the old way to do it is Google it. Okay, yes, you can tell from the first one, the first year is the Chenghua is 1465, so it gives the correct information of it. So this is, you can consider this is the journal of the Ming court from the first month of the lunar calendar in the year of 1465, and this each line represents one record or represent one event. And if you read the English translation, you know that the events cover a lot of things. They cover the promotion of the officials. They cover some disasters in different places. It covers a lot of like military activities, and also each province information. Okay, so it's unstructured, and in the past when we need to use it, the only way we can do with it is search it. Do a Google, do a full text search. But now what I want to show you is how you can extract the information from each of them and get them into something that more structured from it, okay? So we can go back to this page and then copy this, okay? And then please open a Google spreadsheet, or you can just use this one. You can use the one that we used it before the lunch. Do you still have the link for it? Right? And then you can add a new page on it, or so what you can do is you paste it. I would suggest you paste it from the second row, and then you just paste the whole thing. So what next? What I will do next is I will show how you can work with chatbot to do basic data cleaning with Google Spreadsheet. Okay. First, you can see the data here, right? And then every single one has this one. Okay, am I correct? This, in the book, it represents this is a new record, this is a new record, this is a new record. But for us, is this useful? No, it's not useful. How you can deal with it? Get rid of it. You don't need, you may not need GenAI to do something for this, right? What you can do is you can copy and paste it and find all of them, and then you can get rid of them, right? Am I correct? Let's say, let me put it in this way, and then copy it, right? And then close it, and then find it and paste it here, and then I would say that I would like to repaste with nothing, and then we paste all. I would say okay, now we paste everything. This is the first step, easiest step, okay? This is the easiest step, okay? Then next, as I mentioned, if you have the English text, I want to make sure that everyone have at least some background of it. So you can see there is a lot of things very interesting, like here, this pinyin Ding Chou, right? And then this pinyin Ji Mou, and this pinyin Gui Wei, okay? For East Asian studies, I think also Korean and Japanese share some of this way. Is the 60 in Chinese called Tian Gan Di Zhi, right? I think the Korean definitely have it in their old text, but I am not sure Japanese use it in their own way. So what it looks like, okay, oh good, give the Japanese. So for those who can see Japanese also, take a look of it, and then so you can see from this table, there's 60 of them. And the combination is there are 10 gan and 12 zhi. So they can make a combination of 60, okay? Each of them represents one day in the Chinese calendar. So you can tell from the text here, for example, we can see this 物音, that's the starting point of one day. But we don't see any 干支 from this two and start to see this one here. Then that's the 几毛, so that means another day. Okay, so now I hope for those who did not read Chinese still understand what I am talking about. Or you just smile to show you that I don't know what you are talking about. So, but let me try to make sense of it. As all these 60 ganzi, they actually represent one date, and you can consider it as one unit of marking the date. And then, from here, not every record have it. That means not every record, when the record does not have the ganzi, that belongs to the date before that. Okay? So for example, this one, it does not have the ganzi, and then it means the date before that. Okay? So what next step is, I want to have a new column from column B here, which can capture all the ganzi from the first column. Okay, so now this is what I will do in the checkbox. I may use a more powerful one. Yes, because you know, sometimes when it's not smart enough, it may not understand what I want to say to it. So I will tell it, one way even better to do it is, I can come here, go back to this, and then I can take a screenshot of it. And then I will come to this and paste the screenshot. So now you can see the screenshot is actually pasted here. And then I will tell it in the table, some records contain 干支. Can you tell me how I can extract them and put them in column B? Okay, sorry, I need to stop it using the, because it's keep using my database connect to it. I would say the table is in Google Sheets. Can you write me a functions that can use in Google Sheets? Oh, no. So what it does, actually what it does here is what we discussed during the lunch break. It writes me a Google app script, which I can use it in Google Sheets. Okay, I can demonstrate this first, and then I will demonstrate another way. So what I'm going to do is I copy this, and then you can see I have tools here. I get extension here, then I can add on, I can write Google Spreadsheet, Google Sheet, and then I can just paste it here. This is how AI help you to write code, to do something you want. And then now I have a function called get extract 感知, and then I can come back here. I hope it's saved. And then starting from here, and I have an equal sign, and then say extract. Let me get back to see. Okay, so what is that is open your spreadsheet, paste it, save the sheet and give a name. For example, this, and then return to your sheet, and then in column B, paste this. Go back here. Because there's no A1, there's only A2. Okay, you see, it helped me to write a script, then I can use, and then I can just extract this all down here. And it can get all the 单字from it. So it's helping me to write a script. And if you are using the same table I am using, okay, you can use this function. Yes? You don't need to add on it. Please don't add on it anymore because I already put this in. Yeah, that's the place. Yeah, but you don't need to add the script in it because I already add the script in it. And for example, oh, sorry, I'm using this. And then if you have your own page, you can try with it. And then this is the function you need to use. You can copy it from this table, and then you can see everything we get from the 单字 part now. Okay, so maybe I should stop. Please wait. I need to stop the use of all this. Okay, maybe do it later. So now, do you try with it, or you are not? You may say, no, I have no idea what you are doing. Don't wait. Don't afraid to raise your hand. You have no idea what I'm doing. I need to change some methods if you have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, so at least, yes. Well, very good questions. Can you give me an example? Okay, thank you very much. This is very good question. You will see it very soon. How we can do with it? I would say that that's not common knowledge like 单字 because these are the 60 combination of it, right? Why I want to extract the 单字 first, there's a reason for that, is okay, since you are coming from that part, maybe we go to that part first, okay? And then let's come back to my website. Can we come back to this website at this moment? Okay. Now, can you see the GenAI, this part? Click the GenAI, and then you can see the use with other tools. Click use with other tools. And then you can see Google Sheets with LLM API. Can you click this one? Then you will see this. Are we on the same page? Okay, if not, then I will come back here and I will paste it here. You can click this link to go to this page. Is it okay? Everyone is, you look a little bit confused. Yeah. Okay.
Actually, I have good feedback. I think I have successfully
Extract.
tried to teach us, like, if you can have a look at the Cheng sheet.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I don't know if I've done that correctly.
Yeah, and then, okay, now let's go back to here, right? And then you have, everyone has Google account, right? And your personal Google account, okay? So now you can see I have two sheets here. One is called OpenAI. One is called Gemini, okay? Please click Gemini. Click this one. And then you will go into this page. And for this page, you can click Use Template. Okay, you get Use Template. Very good. And then you can see the first page is the instruction. And then the second page is blank, nothing here. Okay? Then I hope you still open the Google AI Studio. Do you still have your Google AI Studio open? Right? And then can you see Get API Key here? This part on the left-hand side. Click Get API Key. Then you can see there is a Generate API Key. Am I correct? Click Generate API Key. Then you should have your API key, not like me. Okay, once you have your API key, copy it. Put it somewhere. Put it somewhere, because once you close this window, you never get it again. Okay? Copy it, paste it somewhere. Okay, back to the Google spreadsheet. This one, back to this Google spreadsheet. Now I think everyone has the same name. You can change your name for it. I would just say Ming, data cleaning or data extraction. You already made a copy into your own drive when you click the Use Template. So that file is already in your own drive. Okay? And it's very dangerous. The program was written by Tung Leung, and then he will steal all your data very soon. You don't trust it? Let's see. Okay? Now you can see Gemini over there, right? Click Gemini. And then you will see Configure API. Click Configure API. And then click OK. And then it will jump out, ask you to authorize your Google account. Once you click it, you see, I said it's dangerous, right? It's unsafe. It's written by me, so it's unsafe. No, it's very safe, because everything is on your file, in your Google Drive. I have no right to access to your Google Drive. It's only the script that access to the Google Drive. but I have no connection to the script anymore. And then you can say, you can click at once, and then go to calling LLM API with G-Sheet and unsafe. When you click it, it will tell you what it does. It can see, edit all your Google Sheets, and then connect to an external service, display and run third-party web content, blah, 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 and then you can allow it. And this will show up. Do you get this show up? Right? Okay. So now, first, paste your API key here. What you just copied. API key here. And then go back to this Harry Potter page, and then copy, or maybe you just go to the this page. Go to my instruction page, or go to this page here, and then you can go to workshops and from unstructured to structure, and then go down, and then you can from here, this page here, and then you can capture all the data from here, and then come back to the Google Sheets, and then go to the second row, not the first row, second row, and paste, no. Okay, sorry, and then paste everything in it. Okay, are we on the same page? We are all on the same page, right? Okay, so far, any questions? So back to your questions. Now, you said that you have data, you want to extract people, official title, maybe geographical location, right? We start with the people, okay? So now you can see each, here we have a record. I just want to make them like this. So come to the system prompt, and then you can write a prompt, extract all people names from the content, only return people names. Okay, choose the poll model, choose the Gemini poll model, and then the content column, because the content is in A, put A into it, and then response column, I want everything put into B, and then paste B into it. Temperature is how you want it to, how crazy you want the model to be, or creative the model to be. So I will just keep 0.7 right now. It's between 0 and 1, okay? So far so good? Okay, when you kick process row, then I will steal all your data. Do you want to try? Okay, you want to try? Let's kick it. Okay, Maya is getting the data out. Do you have starting to show the data? Okay, 33 of them are too many. We may cut some of them after this run. Okay, very good. It even provides you with none. And no, there's no people's name here, right? Okay, there are 3 of them. Okay, so during this time, let me review a little bit what we are doing right here. What you're doing is we use the Gemini API. We are not using the chatbot. We are not using the chatbot interface. We are using the API to send in our query, to send in our POM. The POM is extract all the people names from the content, only return people names. Okay, this is the POM. And then because I give it the content, which row, which column is content, I tell it is from A. Then that's why it processes everything in A, and it keeps sending the information to Google Gemini, and then getting the result and put the result in B. You can do the same thing with your chatbot, right? But you need to copy and paste. Okay? You need to copy and paste, you need to copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. But here is, okay. But from here is like everything is on that row. Then you don't need to copy and paste. Okay, so for example, you can see here that why I said is inconsistent. Some of them we give you multiple names with a dash, and this one gives you multiple names without any separation. This without any without dash, and this gives you your name with separation of the comma. Okay, so you can see there are lots of different way of doing this. So what will be the best solution if you want the return should be more consistent? Temperature? Any other idea? Tell it what to do. How to tell it? Yes. So you can give, like, I would like to return. We will try with the next one when we have the next term. You can give it example, return in this format, and then it can have a better result. Okay, finally, 31, 33. Why is so slow? The reason is very slow because we are all using the free tier. You are not paying money for that, okay? Don't worry about that. You did not give your credit card information to it. We are all using the free tier. So for the free tier, there is a limit for how much our query we can send to the server and then get it back. Okay? So now, it get it done. You have the basic idea what is going on, right? Okay, now what I will do is I will just cut, I will just leave the first 10. I will just keep the first 10. I will cut all of this. So you can see this one definitely is not ideal, right? And all this. So the next stop is, you mentioned that official title, right? We'll skip the official title. We will try to ask it to, let me see. Okay, maybe official title. Use the same prompt, but ask it to extract all office title and only return the office title in this format. The format is title 1, title 2, title 3. Okay. So this time, because B already have something in it, and then can go to C. And then I can process rows again. No office title, no office title. Am I correct? No, that should be 德王 第一 con. Okay, 镇守宁夏总兵官. Yes, it got one. No office title. So even better is we can ask it to, if there is no office title, return none, right? Then fix everything, give it very clear idea what is going on. Okay. Do you also have the results? Okay. So that means everything you want to do with all these 10 records, what you need to do is change the prompt. You can have the English translation. You can translate them into Japanese. You can translate them into Vietnamese if you want. And then you can extract the information out of it. Or even you, for now, is unpunctuated. You can ask it to punctuate them. So far, any questions about this? Yes. No, the prompts when you change it, it changed. Yeah, so you may need to have another document to keep all your prompts. Okay. Yes. Sorry, can you repeat? Yes. No. No, I mean no is there is such things with ChatGPT. Okay, so you can see I create this in 2 versions. Here, I create this with 2 versions. One is the Gemini version, and one is the OpenAI ChatGPT version. And then the ChatGPT version, for this version, I can show it here. It's almost the same. It will show up something like version. So now you can see there's OpenAI. I can click OpenAI, and then I can do the same thing. And it's also very dangerous. Okay. So you can see there's one difference here. You can see the API-based URL. For the Gemini one, I already hard code the base URL into the script, so there's nothing to change. But for this one, because a lot of different models, not from ChatGPT, not from OpenAI, they also use the same way of their API. They use what they call the compatible API. So, for example, in here, I only have 3 models put it here. This is the part that I need to do a little bit change. I should let people to enter it. For example, what we are doing here is extracting Chinese name entity. So Google, Gemini may not do the best work. OpenAI may not do the best work. But there's a Chinese company called DeepSeek, DeepSeek, recently very popular. You can find the links from my yesterday's workshop teaching material. They do a very good job in extracting Chinese name entity. And I can expect that there should be Korean models and Japanese model which can do a better job for extracting those language name entity, because they were trained on those data of the data from those language, or more data from those language. So once in that case, then people can use this to extract the data from different sites. Yeah. No. For the local part, so I think what we discussed during our lunch conversation, this could be, there are 2 ways about local, right? One local is the models should be local, should be here. For example, can you see here, I have a llama here. This animal, is it called llama in Canada? There's a very famous children story called Llama Llama Wet Pajama. I need to read to my daughter many times. So this llama, we start to update. This llama here is a program called Ollama. So Ollama once I install this program, I can download the model, which is open, and then run it on my own machine. That is the local in the sense that all the models are running on your own machine and not trying to connect to the internet. Okay, this is one idea about local. Another idea is, I may not explain it clearly when I talk about Notebook LM. When we use Notebook LM, that sources we import into Notebook LM actually are the documents that we collect, we maintain, right? In the case that I show, I download all the research guides from the University of Toronto East Asian Library website, and then put it into the Notebook LM, and then people can ask questions about that specific source. So that is another way of local. But if you want to say that, okay, I only want to limit to a certain people to use this chatbot, then you may need to build your own chatbot and then have an authentication in it. Or the Notebook LM, I don't know, can you check your Notebook LM to see? Because okay, you can see here, share. Can you see share here? If you click share, Then you can see full notebook. And then you can also see copy the link, right? Now for a case, I copy the link. And then I am going to share the full notebook. I have a welcome note. Okay. Can I share to everyone? No, I cannot share to everyone. So you can only share to the people you invite to use this notebook LM. They cannot see the source. They cannot see the source. They cannot add source to it, but they can ask question based on your source. Okay. Back to the library content. If you, because what I did is really massive and very messy, and also not in a good manner. But in case every librarian, they upload their library guide to this, and then to share with the people who you want to share, and then they can ask questions based on those resources. That can also create a kind of WAG that only used by a small group of people. Does it make sense to you? I did not mention this function yesterday. No. Yeah, so you can share, because now you can see I have analytics. So once I share, then it says, once I share then more than 4 people, then it will start to show me how other people use this notebook. What question did they ask, who access to it, then they can have a better idea of what is it. Is this something that you want? Once you use this share, then it will restrict the usage to it. That will only share to the people you are sharing, okay? But it is still on the internet. It's not the sense that it's only in this building. That is a completely different story, because that means you need hardware first to have it. Yes, that will be for Olama's job. Let me see if I can run my Olama to show you a little bit about what is so-called the local. So the Olama only hosts the model on your machine, but you still need an interface to interact with it. So my interface is called Open Web UI. But you can see that Olama actually is, the model may not as good as what you think. At least at this moment, especially when you're comparing it to, okay, now, so this is, you see what is going on is I open a chatbot on my own machine. I open a chatbot, I open a chatbot interface on my own machine. And then you can see the model here, what model I have. Oh, I haven't used it for a long time. So you can see I have Olama 3.2 Vision, Olama 3.2 latest, and then these are the model that running on my own machine. Okay? To show you that I'm not connecting to the internet, I will switch off my internet. I switch off my internet, and then I will connect to this Olama, and then I may start asking it question. So you see, I don't have internet. I show you that I'm not cheating. Okay, is it correct? Okay, so, but you see, they are not as good. For example, if I just copy something that from our work, where is it? Sorry. Oh, no internet. Okay, so let's see, and I hope I can have something here. Okay, this is the one that we used this morning. I asked it, can it provide me with some sorry, and yeah. It's pretty fast. Okay, so it's generated by using my own machine. Okay, so if you have concern, like you really want to deploy it on site, then you can really think about to have Olama, and some people. Now I back online. Okay, do you have image?
The Mac Mini is...
Okay, so just jump it. So you see, people are buying Mac Mini and then try to connect them together. When you can connect 10 of them together, then they can run pretty good model on site without connecting to internet. So this could be one way you can think of if you need to run something on site. Okay, so let's go back to our database, right? We are still working on this. So now, so far, we have, you know how you can extract data through API in a spreadsheet, right? But we're still not getting this into a good way because we did not have the primary key. So that's why at the very beginning, I want to create a primary key with you. First is, now if I have insert one column, and then we can have primary key here, and then you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then this is the primary key, okay? Then the next step is, okay, we have a lot of names here, multiple names of it. Then you can think about how you can create another table, only put the names in it, and then with the key, and create a new key, right? All these steps, you may say, how we should do it? You should not ask me. Who you should ask? ChatGPT, right? Or even you can upload the Excel file to it. For ChatGPT, you can I demonstrate this morning for the statistical calculation, but at the same time, actually, you can upload the file to it and ask it, hey, now I need to split this column. For example, for this column, I want to split it into different table. Can you do it for me? And then it can help you to create a new table based on the old table, not doing it in back blocks, but doing it in coding, okay? So that is the way that you can create multiple tables and then transform them into structured data, which you can use in different way, okay? I want to know your research, because from what I'm teaching here, I don't think that completely fit your research scenario. If you would like to share your research project, what you are doing, and even if it's good that you can show me your data, then we may be able to form some solution here. So I would like to use the 30 minutes. If you would love to share your data, then we can think about what kind of things you do instead of just doing some demo that may not be directly related to you. So what do you think? Does anyone have any idea want to share? Now, for this document, you can paste link on it. Anyone interested in sharing anything? Yes?
I have a question. I would love to share my data, but I can't do it now.
Yep.
So I wonder if it would be possible to let ChatGPT or any other powerful AI instrument to access the data, the files on my hard drive. The reason I'm asking is this scenario, well, actually it's a realistic scenario for me. I have a large amount, very large amount of data, files, documents, on my hard drive that include PDFs or images, JPEG, so on and so forth, collected from various sources. So the old way some years ago would be to organize or catalog them is to hire a assistant, paying him 20 or 30 bucks an hour, to give him all the files, ask him to manage whatever, to copy and paste. Most of these data files, they already have at least some of the metadata information in the file name. I mean, the file name, the year of production or publication, or the source, archive, or publisher, author. Some, at least some of them, not consistent. So it's, I think it's some kind of a hybrid type of data. It's not completely unstructured, not structured either. So I guess, so would it be possible to let ChatGPT or anything to access my own data and say, give it command, say, I mean, prompt, say, extract these data and to make a catalog, a list of it, or even possibly to create keywords for the file. So I don't know how to do that. It can probably do it easily.
The answer is yes.
It can.
It can. But not every model and not every software. You saw when I use my code, right? It keeps saying that it keeps trying to write to a database. So I have a database connected to it. Is the CBDB, the China Biographical Database, is 1.2 gigabytes large. I am not, because I haven't used it for a long time, I'm not sure that, okay, attach from this, and then I can choose an integration. I have a SQL database, and then I have demo, and then I can see what I have a SQL. So if you're using COD, there is a way to connect to your local file system. And then it can help you to move file, getting files. But what you want to do at the same time is you want to build a catalog of those files. By catalog does mean the file name or the content within the file.
The contents may or may not be readable I don't know, maybe the machine is much more powerful. I mean, I'm completely rudimentary, primitive. So, but at least though, the file name on my local hard drive, it already contains significant amount of information, at least some.
Okay, then that would not be difficult. That means that means your file names already have information, metadata in it. So what it does is it will just find out the pattern of the metadata in your file name, and then write a code to extract them all, and then put it into a SQL database or maybe a database.
Okay, so that's something just to write a code
You don't need to write a code. You don't need to, you even don't need to write a code. What you need to do is, the learning, okay, the only learning curve is you may need to learn how to connect what is called MCP. This is a little bit advanced. One of the MCP is connect to your local file system. And once you can connect it to your local file system, and then you can start using natural language to say, in this folder, I have all this file, and then the file names pattern is like this, maybe date, and then the author, and then the title of the document. I want to extract all this information and put it in a CSV file. And then what it will do is it will go to your file system, and then it will write a code, and then run the code on your local system, get those files, get the name, and then put it in a CSV file.
Okay, so that will save me $1,000 of time and work that is.
Yeah, I will not put it in this way because that makes a lot of people very angry about that. But yeah, but you can do it with a specific model. For example, here the COD model. I'm not sure the ChatGPT desktop version can do this, but I'm quite sure the COD model, once you can connect with the correct MCP, then you can do it. Yeah, no problem. Any other questions? Anyone? Yes? Yes, even I heard some very extreme cases that is like, in some cases, a poem with or without a space in between two words, that very keywords, it can cause completely different results from the output. So you may know that there are companies, they are focusing on versioning prompts, doing prompt experiment, develop software for prompt experiment. So yes, you can pay it this way, why this is a high pay job. But at the same time, I would not say it's only writing prompt. Actually, what that person do is trying to think about a scenario. That could be a business scenario, that could be a research scenario, and then break down the scenario into a machine capable handle task, and then to get the most consistent and correct result from it. Yeah, that's the situation. Okay. No one want to share your data? No one want to even share pieces of your data? Because I really love to hear about your own research scenario, and then yes. Sorry, you said CHGIS? Yeah, that's under my that's my work too. So CHGIS, right? You're asking, can okay, for CHGIS at this moment I would say no, because how you can open CHGIS is you need to use QGIS, right? But this is a very interesting thing. Let's see. I hope I have it. Yes. Good. is running. So you may need to use ArcGIS and QGIS. They are companies and their software focusing in AI and all this software. So I would say at this moment, I did not notice that software exists already. However, what are your difficulties in using all this, or what is your problem for using all the CHGIS? Would you mind to share your working process? Okay. Okay. So first, have you tried story maps? So yeah. So because first I don't know how fancy you want it to be, right? So one thing is you can try to see story maps. Is this something that fit your expectation? It can import the data set from ArcGIS. So do you use ArcGIS too? Or not anymore, but you use QGIS, right? So, so you can think about like, because I kind of understand is you want beautiful maps, but it seems to me that QGIS cannot provide you with beautiful maps, right? And then you can try with this story maps to try to see if it comes out with some good idea. This is the first. And then the second is, this is a software that I did not, I mentioned it, but I did not try to demonstrate it yesterday. So I think, can you see this Lapkin AI? You can open it, Lapkin AI, and then you can get it for free, and just sign in with Google, right? Okay, I will just sign in with my Google. Yeah, and then I will say personal use and other, and then I will say education. Okay, create my first Lapkin. Okay, so far I'm on this page. If you can follow, you would like to follow, you can follow. Otherwise, you can just see what I'm going to do. So yesterday in the Google account, in this, we have a timeline here. We have a very simple timeline of immigration into Canada. So I will just copy this part, copy this timeline, copy it, and then I go to Napkin, I paste it here. So once I paste it, you can see I have a blue button there. If I click Generate Whistle, it creates something like this for me. You may have different things. You may have different visualization. And then I can change it if I want, like for this one, like early Chinese settler, and then go this different directions. And this one, and this one. All this visualization. You can build, you can use it, right? So this is kind of like a visualization, but it's not map, right? So map, the difficulty of generating beautiful map is what is the base map? So once that you get into that directions, you know that there may not be good base map to do. But what the story map can do is it can provide you with some animation from 1 point to 2 points. For example, you can see there's one map here, there's one map here. This may be the spot A, this is maybe spot B. Then they can travel around to between this. So that could be something that, yeah. Would you mind to show it here? Okay, so you can just paste it into this file if you don't mind. If you have other questions, you can ask your question first. Or share your data, share your something that you are doing. I know it's difficult, you don't want to share your data with others. Most of the case, not all the case. You can just paste it if you can copy the file and then just paste it. Does it work? Okay, sorry. You can just copy it, and can you go to that page? Oh, no, this file. Can you go down? Go down a little bit. Okay. Yeah, paste. Okay, it does not work. Okay, maybe. Oh, you cannot. Which one? This one? Okay, yep. So, may I know your question? Yep. Yep. Yes. Okay, so now first step. Hey, where is it? First is I need to extract the image out of it, right? And then usually there is extract OC out it, and then let me think about it. And then I will go to the Google Drive and then just paste the file here. Can I? No. Go back to the file. Okay, image option. Do I have OCR here? Interesting, there should be, okay, maybe I will use this. Can you extract the text from the image? I cannot do it this time. Okay, let me try another way. No, can I just save the image? Can I save the image? Oh, interesting, because there should be an option that I can OCR the image, the text on the image. But since we cannot do it, maybe I will do it. So can you send me the image? Okay, so sorry about all this. I will type my email here. Sorry. Can you just send an email to this? So what you want is you want to set a schema for this, okay? What I will do, okay, maybe I try this, copy this, and then I will go to GPT, and let's see if I can paste it here. No, I cannot paste it here. Why I cannot get the image? So what I will do is, because this is already in English, honestly, it would not be difficult. You already sent it to my email, right? Okay, thank you. Okay, so I will upload this to OpenAI, to ChatGPT, and then I will say extract the text from the image. hope it works. So you see, it can capture it can OCR the text from the image. And then next is, you want a schema, how you can, okay, then you will say that I have thousands of image like this, or I have thousands of text documents like this, and I want to build a database. Can you provide me some insight in schema? So it gives you the like document table, section table, reading tables, seminar table, assignment table. Okay, so are you going to build a relational database? Yes. So you are going to build a relational database. That could be something very interesting, because once you extract all the readings, then you can see what are the readings that everyone reads in the class. Okay, does this fit what you want to build? Or?
Yeah, and also sort of like the theme of the reading, because there will be multiple readings over the years, and they probably touch upon the same topic, within the last 5 years. They always talk about this topic, but it's different readings. But as it's still like provide that kind of theme. This is about, let's say, philosophy of religion, and then I know the Cheng already captured that.
Yes, yeah, but honestly, I would not, again, a lot of people may criticize using this for OCR, is, especially doing English OCR, is too, like waste of the power, electricity. So there are many ways you can do OCR. You can use some software like ABBYY, right? ABBY. And also what I want to do, but I was not successful, is you can just go to Google Drive, and then you can just have that image. I think a lot of you may already know this trick. I have this image here. I come to Google Drive, and then it has an image here. You right-click it, and then you open it with Google Docs. So you have the image, at the same time you have the OCR. Okay, so do you know about this trick? No. So this can be one way to do OCR thing. I even wrote a script to automate this process in the past when the OCR software was not that easy to reach, so that I can upload 100 page to the Google Drive, and then automatically it will generate all this text, and then every text is put into a Google Sheet. So then I will have everything that OCR. English, I would say, is very good. But for other language, you need to try it, because sometimes it really depends on the printing methods and all the other things. Okay? So, yes? Yes, actually, yes. The prompt is, then you need to think about the prompt. And then the prompt is how you, what part you want to extract, and then what part you want to. Originally, I want to show the NAN, but usually I spend at least 4 hours to get people to get used to NAN, which is a workflow software. But also you can try it with, let me see, okay, it's called VWet. So this, I will copy this and then paste it here. Originally, I wanted to demonstrate this. This is an open source visual AI programming environment, but I find there are quite a lot of bugs here, so I did not want to like you have to like a lot of hurdles. But if you want to run something, like you want to build a workflow, you don't want to use the Google Sheet that I provide to you, you want to build a more complicated workflow, the Google Sheet I provide to you is good for like doing a small task for some time. But if you really want to do something that really complicated, for example, you have already extract 100 pages, and then each pages maybe you need to like first, I don't know, maybe one syllabus is multiple pages, then you need to think about how you can stack multiple pages back into one document, right? And then you can use this to write the workflow, to sending each document into the workflow, and then start to ask it to extract different parts of your document, and then put it back into a CSV file. So if you don't want to show your research to others, but if you still have questions to ask, I really love to hear your research questions and your use case of, or your potential use case of GenAI, because every time I learn a lot from hearing other people's research questions. So I think Hannah, we will not go immediately to the restaurant, right? We will stay here so I will stay here so we can have conversation to talk about all the research questions or research data you want. So.
Great. Thank you so much. 2 days in a row. I think he is out of energy, but I think he seems to be very, very energetic still, and welcoming your suggestions and questions. So please stick around. He will be here probably another 1 hour in this space. So if you have any particular questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to him, and his email will be available too, right? So please give him a big round of applause to Dr. Tang. Yeah, really, our community benefits so much from this really precious opportunity yesterday and today. So we're very, very grateful to you, and we can continue to learn from you, from other venues at the conferences and all that. So, and maybe hope that you can come back to U of T in the future.
I learned a lot from all the participants and learn a lot from the librarians, especially yesterday, the project that I showed, I was like, wow, actually there's too many complicated things I don't know. Yeah, so again, domain expertise is the most important part in this AI age. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. So just as so as you might have noticed, we have been recording those sessions. So those will be available later on our website, YouTube channel. So if you'd like to have a refreshers or something, study again, then please utilize those resources as well. So thank you very, very much for coming.